A life, not lived for others, is not a life. Be faithful in small things, because it is in them that your strength lies. Be happy in the moment, that's enough. Each moment is all we need, not more. Don't think that love, in order to be genuine, has to be extraordinary. What we need is to love without getting tired. Do not wait for leaders, do it alone, person to person. Do not worry about why problems exist in the world, just respond to people's needs. Do ordinary things, with extraordinary love. Even the rich are hungry for love, for being cared for being wanted, for having someone to call their own. Every time you smile at someone, it is an action of love, a gift to that person, a beautiful thing. Everybody today seems to be in such a terrible rush, anxious for greater developments and greater riches and so on, so that children have very little time for their parents. Parents have very little time for each other, and in the home begins the disruption of peace of the world. God doesn't require us to succeed, He only requires that you try. How can there be too many children? That is like saying, there are too many flowers. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. I am not sure exactly what heaven will be like, but I know that when we die and it comes time for God to judge us, He will not ask how many good things have you done in your life. Rather He will ask, how much love did you put into what you did? I am only a pencil in the hand of God, but it is He who writes. I can do things you cannot, you can do things I cannot, together we can do great things. I do not pray for success, I ask for faithfulness. I fear just one thing, money. Greed was what motivated Judas to sell Jesus. I have found the paradox, that if you love until it hurts, there can be no more hurt, only more love. I know, God won't give me anything I can't handle. I just wish He didn't trust me so much. I only feel angry when I see waste. When I see people throwing away things that we could use. I want you to be concerned about your next door neighbor. Do you know your next door neighbor? If I look at the mess, I will never act. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. If we pray, we will believe. If we believe, we will love. If we love, we will serve. If we really want to love, we must learn how to forgive. If we worry too much about ourselves, we won't have time for others. If you are humble, nothing will touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are. If you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one. If you find happiness, people may be jealous. Be happy anyway. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Intense love does not measure, it just gives. It is a kingly act to assist the fallen. It is easy to love the people far away. It is not always easy to love those close to us. It is easier to give a cup of rice to relieve hunger than to relieve the loneliness and pain of someone unloved in our own home. Bring love into your home, for this is where our love for each other must start. It is only when you realize your nothingness, your emptiness, that God can fill you with Himself. It's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. Jesus said, "Love one another." He didn't say love the whole world. Joy is a net of love, in which you can catch souls. Keep in mind that our community is not composed of those who are already saints, but of those who are trying to become saints. Therefore, let us be extremely patient with each other's faults and failures. Keep the corners of your mouth turned up. Speak in a low, persuasive tone. Listen, be teachable. Laugh at good stories, and learn to tell them, for as long as you are green, you can grow. Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. Let us always meet each other with smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. Let us not be satisfied with just giving money. Money is not enough. Money can be got, but they need your hearts to love them. So, spread your love everywhere you go. Let us touch the dying, the poor, the lonely, and the unwanted, according to the graces we have received, and let us not be ashamed or slow to do the humble work. Life is a challenge, we must take it. Life is a song, sing it. Life is a struggle, accept it. Life is an opportunity, benefit from it. Life is beauty, admire it. Life is a dream, realize it. Live simply, so others may simply live. Love begins by taking care of the closest ones, the ones at home. Love cannot remain by itself, it has no meaning. Love has to be put into action, and that action is service. Love is a fruit in season at all times, and within reach of every hand. Love to be real, it must cost, it must hurt, it must empty us of self. Never travel faster than your guardian angel can fly. Never worry about numbers. Help one person at a time, and always start with the person nearest you. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. One of the greatest diseases is to be nobody to anybody. Peace begins with a smile. People are unrealistic, illogical, and self-centered. Love them anyway. Please choose the way of peace. In the short term there may be winners and losers in this war that we all dread. But that never can, or never will justify the suffering, pain, and loss of life your weapons will cause. Profound joy of the heart is like a magnet that indicates the path of life. Some people come in our life as blessings. Some come in your life as lessons. Sometimes, a good feeling from inside is worth much more than a beautician. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. The first step to becoming is to will it. The fruit of love is service, which is compassion in action. The hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. The less we have, the more we give. Seems absurd, but it's the logic of love. The most terrible poverty is loneliness and the feeling of being unloved. The problem with the world is that we draw the circle of our family too small. The success of love is in the loving, it is not in the result of loving. Of course, it is natural in love to want the best for the other person, but whether it turns out that way or not, does not determine the value of what we have done. There is a light in this world, a healing spirit more powerful than any darkness we may encounter. These are the few ways we can practice humility: to speak as little as possible of oneself, to mind one's own business, not to want to manage other people's affairs, to avoid curiosity, to accept contradictions and correction cheerfully, to pass over the mistakes of others, to accept insults and injuries, to accept being slighted, forgotten, and disliked, to be kind and gentle even under provocation, never to stand on one's dignity, to choose always the hardest. We do not need guns and bombs to bring peace, we need love and compassion. We fear the future because we are wasting today. We need to find God, and He cannot be found in noise and restlessness. God is the friend of silence. See how nature, trees, flowers, grass, grows in silence. See the stars, the moon and the sun, how they move in silence. We need silence to be able to touch souls. We ourselves feel that what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean, but the ocean would be less because of that missing drop. We shall never know all the good that a simple smile can do. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build it anyway. When you don't have anything, then you have everything.